Got him! Got him! Oh, yeah! I can't stop him. He's found some weed. I'll get him out. No!
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll hit rewind and we'll have another crack at that intro. Phew, that's better. Take a deep breath, smell the salt air, watch the swell breaking on the rocks, and we'll try again. You can find out later if I manage to winkle that evil fish out of its weedy lair. For now, let's take two.
G'day, Starlo here. I'm out on my local rocks having a bit of a rockfish for the first time in months. It's early winter, pretty cold, rained overnight, looks like it might rain again. It's fairly calm, but as you can see, there's a bit of groundswell. So I've got my inflatable PFD on. I've got a bucket full of burley, some bread and some old prawn heads and other scraps. I'm going to soak that and get it into the water. Fish a few baits of prawns and squid strips. Just see if I can catch a feed.
I begin by putting in quite a few handfuls of that bread-based burley in an effort to kickstart some action, but then I'll slow right up with the burleying. It's really important that the mix is well soaked and stirred together so that most of it sinks, otherwise you'll end up attracting more seagulls than fish. Throw it in right where you'll be casting your baits, taking the wash and current into account. You want to bring the fish to you, not take them away.
I'm on pretty light tackle here and I'm only running about a 10-pound leader at the moment because I actually thought it was going to be calmer and clearer than this. I will upgrade a bit if I get destroyed, which I might well do.
I'm primarily targeting black drummer or rock blackfish, and they're notoriously dirty fighters, powering for their favourite cave or crevice when hooked, which might make you wonder why I'm using such light gear. Well, the fact is that I know from experience that I'll get more bites and hook more fish on this finesse tackle. Of course, getting them out can be another story altogether.
But don't let it sit there for long and wash around, because if you do, that's how you get snagged. Just letting your bait wash around in there. The fish are going to find it quickly if they're going to find it. So I'd rather bring it in and recast it.
I'm running a 3000 size Shimano Vanford reel on a 10.5 foot Katana coastline light rod that's rated for 3 to 5 kilo line. My reel's spooled up with 10-pound braid, and I'll vary my leader strengths from about 10 to 16 pounds to match the conditions.
It's funny, when I left home this morning, I thought it was going to be too calm for good fishing. It's actually verging on being too rough at this spot. There's so much wash in here. But that's good for the fish. Gives them plenty of cover, all that white water. Right. Oh, yep, there's a bite. Ooh, they can be tricky customers to hook, drummer. Make sure my bait's still nice and tidy.
I'm using peeled local prawn tails for bait at the moment.
There's really not a lot of water in this gutter. It's only about, probably 1.5 metres deep when the waves suck back. But it's enough water to hold good fish.
I'm getting wet, but I'm in no danger of being washed in here.
Good bites. Got him. What do we got? Doesn't feel... Oh, yeah, it might be a drummer. Oh. Yeah. after. Yeah! Oh. It's a drummer. And it's well and truly legal. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's what I came for. Rock blackfish, black drummer, Jarella elevata. One of the strongest fish pound for pound or kilo for kilo that you'll find around these rocky washes. They get a lot bigger than that. I'm going to plonk him in my bucket in case he falls off the hook. Take him back over here and bleed him. I just want a couple of these for dinner tonight. Alright, I'm going to brain spike this fish and kill it. And bleed it out and cut its throat. You can see it's already bleeding fairly profusely. Really important to do this with drummer. Makes them a much better eating fish. I'm going to take this one step further and get the guts out of it straight away. I can see quite a lot of my bread coming out of its stomach, and then before that a whole lot of weed.
Dispose of the offal straight back into the wash zone. It adds to your burley trail and it feeds the various critters that live here.
That black stomach lining is not particularly nice if you cook it up with that in there, but I fillet and skin them, and then once you fillet and skin them, there are few better fish to eat around our southern coastline, in my opinion. These things are delicious. That one's about, oh, he'd be probably whole, he would have been just on the kilo mark, maybe 900 grams, and in my book they're the best ones to eat. They grow a lot bigger than that, of course.
Alright, let's get back into it.
I'm doing my best to keep the water off the lens for you, but I'm sure there's plenty on there. It's only splashy, it's not dangerous, but it's annoying. Really tricky fishing with this much wash and the light sinker. The temptation, of course, is to really beef up the size of your sinker, but if I did, I'd get snagged nearly every cast. That's a trade-off.
I really want my bait to suspend and to wash around in the surge, just like a piece of the burley or something that's been dislodged from the rocks. This natural presentation fools a lot more fish than anchoring your rig to the seabed.
Oh, yep, that's a drummer. Oh, gotta keep him out. Oh. He's under the weed. I've got him out. He's not even particularly big. Oh, they're so strong. And yeah, I am on light gear. There we go. There's the second part of dinner. I reckon one more and I'll be laughing. I can feed the family. There's a pale coloured one, that one. Really pale. There's some sand in here, some patches of sand, and I reckon he might have come from over one of those. It hasn't been easy this morning with these conditions, but by going light and being a little bit versatile, I've been able to catch a lovely meal. Oh, and get very wet. I've actually gone for a slightly different rig. I've separated my bait from my sinker slightly. Some days that really makes a difference. Most of the time I'm happy just to leave the sinker running right down to the hook, but I'm just giving this a go. You can see all the sand getting stirred up in here. This is quite a sandy area. Decent wave coming in. Might just take a step back and watch this one. I'm trying to keep the water off the lens here so that you're not looking at this like an underwater video. Between the rain and the spray, it's not easy. Come on, one more fish. Oh, it's getting so stirred up in here now, that sand. They don't really like that. I think the tide's dropping out too much. My window is rapidly closing, but I would like one more. Just waiting for these sets of waves to come through so I get a little bit of a lull. Alright, we got a lull. Let's get a bait in. Wow, it's stirred up though. Oh, that's it. Oh, that was an awesome drummer bite. I was so unlucky to miss that one. Oh, this is not a nice wave. I'm going to get wet. Only spray. Like I said, it's not dangerous. It's just uncomfortable. Come on, one more. Lull. Just let it clear slightly. That's looking good. Lob it in, make contact, follow it down through the water column, pick up slack. Got him! Got him! Oh, yeah! Oh, I can't stop him. Yeah, turned his head. Oh, there's such a handful on this light gear. Oh, he's found some weed. I'll get him out. No! No! He buried me. Oh, no, he's still there. Yep. Oh, got him out. I still haven't got him. Woo! The best one of the morning. And it's the third one that I wanted. Don't know what state this leader's in. Look at that. Wow. It's got an interesting deformity in his dorsal fin there. I don't know if they get saddleback syndrome like brim and blackfish. Maybe they do, because it could be a spearfishing injury. He could have been nicked by a spear, or it could actually be a minor deformity. That's a lovely fish. That's about probably 1.2 kilos. And that is my go-homer. I have really earned a feed this morning, I reckon. I'm saturated, soaked to the skin from both the rain and the spray. And it's time to go home. Woo-wee. I was lucky to get him out on that light gear. When he buried me there at my feet, I thought it was all over. But I got him to swim out. Well, that was not an easy morning's fishing by any stretch of the imagination. I really worked for those 3 fish. I could probably stay and get another couple, but I'm wet, I'm cold, and I've got enough. Until next time, this is Starlo wishing you tight lines and stay safe out there.